seen naughty dread. A long time never seen naughty dread so gay. Babylon fall, naughty dreadlocks are free up a country. One a man gone, naughty dread in a PRA. Naughty flying high, so high. Naughty flying high, walking up a joy. Naughty high, high, high. Naughty dreadlocks jump up and say, you're Rastafari, yeah. Oh yeah, I tell you it's a long, long time never seen naughty dread so happy. No, it's a long, long time never seen naughty dreadlocks so gay. Me tell you the Babylon fall, naughty dreadlocks are free. One a man gone, naughty dread in a PRA. Babylon a burn, fire me a say him a run. The body man a run, but him nah get away.
Yes, welcome back, listeners and viewers of Real 91. Promise you, very years of Real FM, and here alongside me, to my immediate left is Chris Mitchell, and that's a very household name in St. Patrick, and by extension, Grenada too. And my extended left, on Abakai Robinson, a musician. He's also very much well known. And they are here this morning to let us know about the whole genesis of Magnificent Six. And really and truly, really used to captivate my emotions when it musically. It's about, and you know, all I know that because I've known Chessie being a teacher while I was at school at the St. Patrick RC school, you know, passed through his hands, and but yeah, his wife is still around, though he gone to the great beyond something, and his wife is here. Look, Auntie Grace, let us know, Magnificent Six, we heard that great track in the background. They were responsible for cutting the track during the days of the revolution. Auntie Grace, exactly what year that was?
Okay, let me say good morning to listeners. Hello out there. Glad to know I am here in the studio of Real FM, and the host here is Mr. Noel. And along my side here, I am Grace Mitchell actually, and along me is Ron. And let me start by saying Dread in a Peary was a song written by a member of the Magnificent Six to celebrate the Grenada Revolution. The song title refers to the youth, Rastafari, and others who were instrumental in taking part in the revolution. PRA refers to the People's Revolutionary Army, also called People's Liberation Army. Magnificent Six was a young band at the time. That time they released the Dread in a Period in 1979. Shortly after the revolution, we were Barbados of Dread in a Period. The manager of the band was Franklin Chessie Mitchell, the late Franklin Chessie Mitchell. He was also the owner of the band. He thought we should go to Barbados to do the recording, and the song was written by Lobo. The band met at Chessie's family property. Chessie was 18 years old when he started that band. Just giving a rundown, actually.
18 years, that was pretty young.
Actually, 18 years, he told his father in a band. The father said, well, you can't play no music. How come you want band? He said, I'm going to manage. I own the band, I go manage the band. In 1979, when the song was, the band had grown to a lot of number. Actually, we started with 6 bands, immensely. The band name remained the same, though we had other members coming in, but the band remained the same. The name remained the same. The band had grown quite. It was very many places out there. So we didn't really want to change the name, so we left it as Magnificent Six. I still have the name. I can put out instruments in time to come. The members of the band were mainly teachers, police officers, accountants, teachers, and its members were very young, as I said. At that time, the band had a committee as well to oversee the operations of the movements of the band. The name like Franklin Chessie Mitchell, the owner and manager, Rex Harley, Clyde Belfon, Popsy, and myself, Grace Mitchell. The band went through many stages, and they took they went through many stages. Some of his earlier members, McLeod, officer Ronald McLeod, Cyrus, these two members like China. Also, there is a guy named E.C. Well, he died. Errol Callis, he was a drummer. These are drummers, man. These guys are real good. You had like Trinity, Matthew, and Franklin Chessie Mitchell, as we see, as the owner, and Sprally. There's a guy named Joey Andel. And I just want to give a little rundown of the band, actually. Musicians and singers of Magnificent Six, of Dread in a Perry, were Fitz Frame, he was the bass guitar man, Rex Harley rhythm, Ronald Robinson, this man right by me here, he played the keyboard, a real sweet man. Ezekiel Barry Shine, that he played the drum. Charlie Mudger, he played the rhythm. And the same Lobo Loxley Logie, he wrote the song. He was actually a member. As a matter of fact, anybody who could have, write songs, that's the privilege each and everybody had in the band. Those are members. We had Ronald Robinson again. He also did lead in that song. Grace Mitchell, well, humble Grace, always there with her background vocal. And there was a guy named Solomon. And at the time the song was written, there was a lot of support of the Grenadian people. As a matter of fact, the revolution. Grenadians celebrated the overthrow of Prime Minister Eric Matthew Gary, as everybody would know. And the two persons actually did that's just a rundown of the nature of the song. Dread and Baldhead. Dread will be those who had gotten Gary out of office and those who wanted change, those who were revolutionary as well. And Baldhead referred to the man Gary. So Baldhead and Dread were the two aspects of the song there. The song was produced on a combo beat with bass guitar, reggae pulse, and 5 months after the revolution, we went to Barbados. We traveled to Barbados to record the song at the studio in Barbados. The song members, one of the stations, the Radio Antilles, wow, they played that song. The song stood on it every day for 2 months straight. The song was very popular in St. Vincent, the Grenadines, Antigua, Montserrat, well, of course, Grenada and on a whole, and it spread right up. The band itself performed at graduations, cultural centers, dances, venues, the Lions Den. I'm going way back, close to the Majestic Prison there. Baines Hall, Clancy Island, BBC. That's Fantasia now. The tennis court, Peppermint Schools, the six up there. Anybody remember the six up there? That was the little rivalry we had with Kenny Lansing and Magnificent Six. Six, of course, and Kenny Lansing, 7. So we had that rivalry. War in a Babylon, tribal war in a Babylon. Oh, what you say? The 6 up there, oh yeah. The 7 down there, oh yeah. I got a little stuff. Don't worry about that. Falls, Victoria, Guelph, just the whole island, the band play. And actually, the band always stay for tents. They had the Black Roots. We had, what's the other one? We had Teller, African Teller. We also had the African Temple. Right, and we had people like Calypsonians in the band in the tents, like Mantis. Miss Lucian, anybody remember Miss Lucian? We had Beverly, that's with him there. We had Tangler, Kalaloo, Seabot with August is the time. African Teller, Lady C, Little Pinky, Randy Isaac, Inspector, Scholar, just to name a few. We had quite a number of Calypsonians. So the band was very, very popular. Anybody remember Magnificence in there?
Thank you. That was really a full update actually as to what transpired with the band and everything like that. Well, Bakai, let me bring you in here, right? How old or how young you are?
Good morning to everybody, all the listeners of Real FM, all those who are listening in the diaspora, those watching online. Good morning, and let's say happy, how many years now? 79 to now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
40, how much? 44?
Mm-hmm.
Happy 44th anniversary of our famous revolution.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're asking Brother Jester?
Yeah, how old were you when you become part of the band? Was the band already existing before you got involved?
Yes, it was already in existence. I remember watching them play, watching Pangi playing the keyboard sometimes when I go, because we had a piano home, and I used to play from a very young age. And you know, when the music in you, sometimes when the band behind Pangi, then I'm watching Pangi and waiting. Anytime I find Pangi not playing what he's supposed to do, I can say, Pangi, well, he's supposed to play that, you know.
So you wanted to take over Pangi Walk a very long time ago?
No, well, I didn't want to take over Pangi Walk, really. It's just that, I guess,
exactly.
Yeah.
Just listening, sometimes you listen and you hear something that you just point it out, you know. So maybe I was around 16, 17 around it.
So that begs me to ask you, Tante Grace, exactly what year the band started? The genesis of the whole thing when it comes to Matix?
The band started in 1966-67.
Wow.
Thereabout. That's what his sister told me. He said when he was like 17 years, 17 to 18, he wanted a band, so started around that time.
That's a long time. Really a long time.
Mm-hmm. And the time I joined the band, I was about 19. So the band actually had people the ages of between 18, 19 to 31 at the time.
Yeah. But that band, how long it started, you started what day you told me there. But I know the tracks made that band very popular. in a period and OC. You might say different, but I think that would bring this band out into the spotlight more than anything else. And I remember the reaction of the people when this track actually, especially OC, but we'll get to it because OC, of the two songs, OC is really my song. I could tell anybody, not Dreading a Period. Of the two, if I have to pick of the two, I'll pick OC. I'd not pick the OC. So you said it was Lobo that wrote it. He wrote it all by himself.
He wrote Dreading a Period
All by himself.
and
Well, we wrote the song. Most of the credit would go to Lobo, but we wrote it by Mom Cross Street. That was where that song was written. A lot of people don't know that it was written up in Cross Street. We come out from the cinema one night, and we were just messing around,
and the rest was history.
and there comes Dreading a PRA from Cross Street. A lot of people don't know that, but that's the way it originated, and maybe Lobo could cement that and give us a update and say, well, yes, that is exactly where it started, because sometimes people see things and hear things, but they don't know the history
origin.
of it. Yes. So.
And the thing about it, Tantigrit, is not like now where you could have done the recording here. You all had to go to Barbados. How challenging was that for you? Like to find the funds and everything like that to go to Barbados to record that song?
Yes, what we did, we had some dances. We get some venues, and we decided we want to do some raise some funds, and then there are others who were able to do part of it there because we were interested in putting out the song, and that's what we're concerned about. So getting funds was through going to create avenues for dances, and we got some money. We did get some money to get it there, and there was real fun with us. So in a period, there were other songs that people had, but we did choose that one to go first. We had a committee set there to say what going first and what going after, and we went there. We actually played up there. So the song after the song release, it was, and being there, we didn't care what it takes us, but it did take us. So once who that way, giving that way, okay, we're going to put that we have to go for the flight and things like that, and that's how we made it.
Because a track like that, right, it's so philosophical, right? It's philosophy. When you check how it's being composed, so it means that. Is it a case where the band generally had supported the whole revolution in itself?
Yeah,
because that's what this song is speaking about.
That is saying, look, this is our time. This office has changed. The office of Matt Gary has changed, and but the band actually had a number of creative people. All of us were creative people in terms of writing, in terms of singing. When they come up, we are able to put it together. That's where Lobo come in there. He was able to put together, and then we gravitate to that, and that's how we did it.
Oh, was Shine part of this whole thing when
Shine, man, Shine, Ezekiel, he longs to the mom. Shine even tried to play the brass. That's all.
Yeah, he was playing. At one time, he started to blow the trombone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It was a lot of people, just creativity that just grafted it in us.
Okay.
As people to give her that part.
Well, okay, as I get set to take a commercial, let me see, folks, we can always entertain your call as well. The number is 4420175 when we come back. Okay?
This Easter will be one you will never. Easter month, Cheney Lane will be one to remember. An event promotion, Easter Monday, Lancapine. Stay tuned for ticket details.
A pillar in the Grenadian economy, Gittins Home and Garden Center supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. Serving you from 2 at the vendors market in Grenville. Effective in everything agriculture. Call them on 409-2175 or 438-437 and enjoy their services from your farm to your backyard. Gittins Home and Garden Center.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, inset screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation service with all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Hardware Limited. Come on in. Our affordable prices. Or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757. Dusty Highway. info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware. Foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Grenada, after 10 years.
Hey Grenada, this is Pastor Donnie McClurkin, and get this, I am coming to the land of spice.
The multi-award winning Pastor Donnie McClurkin is back live.
Together, let's discover the hearts and...
Back the tracks, man. Welcome back to the listeners and viewers of Real 91.9, 91.5 www.com. Those on the live through the YouTube channel. I say good morning to Leon Radix. Yeah, that's my brother out there in St. David's. And I see one there, Carl Belfon. Good morning to you folks. Claire, drop track, you know. Let me listen to it in its entirety and then we will comment.
Together. Of all the down-pressed brothers in a life of pain and sorrow. Through your eyes, let's see you another OC.
Quiet all day, talks to nobody. That's OC. Driving a car, dressed like an Arab. In Trench Town. And I sits all day, dreaming music. But he smiles, burning all the pictures of his loved ones. Painting stupid things with sightless eyes. Oh, see, where are you going? Oh, please wait for me. Feel free. Stoning the priest, eating wild grasses. That's OC. Taking He's a teacher, and as Papa knows them well, he's a genius. But where his mama, how she cries in the shoe shop, praying that with time he'll be her boss. Oh, see, where are you going? Oh, please wait for me. Feel free. Seeing no doctor. That's so sad. Living his way, life would be better. Oh, brother. But it's one of the million brothers here around us, living, hoping, loving how we thirst, striving in a land that holds no future, reaching for the stars that are so far. Oh, see, where are you going? For me, feel free. Oh, see, what are you doing? Oh, please wait for me. Feel free. You guys come to me back and one another said crazy cool, got to be cool, man. But here's this cat that just up and says, you mean cool fool, don't you? Black on the cover but all yellow inside. What's for you, man? Are you West Indian, Mexican, African, American? Hey, wait! Oh, see, mercy, good God, Lord, please.
Yes. Wow.
Let me say this. We have two people in front of us here that sang this in that band they call Magnificent Six. That song you should be belting it out because you know it. So when you finish saying what you say, just I'm going back and play this over. When it's nice, you just do it twice.
Yeah.
But before you play this song over, let's say that it's been about 35 years that I haven't heard this song. Believe it or not.
Is that so?
It's so long. I mean, I've been hearing Dreading a PRA off and on, but OC, this is the first time in a long time. Well, and it's so fresh.
Let me tell you something, right? And I'm not easy to please. And that track of the two, I'm telling you something. In those days, I used to be schooling at McDonald College in the 80s. I entered college in 81. And I grew up with Carlisle, so he had a stereo. So that 45 used to be there. And every time I come out from school on afternoons, I will play OC. OC, I always see it as internationalized from the very time it came out. I could have compared it, bring any song that is on the international scene, and put OC alongside it, that is how I view.
Yes,
Trust me. When you think about the background, Grace's voice is just cutting through there like a razor through butter, man. And this track.
Well, you're lucky because I have a sore throat this morning. It's as it is.
Well, you can
right
still
now.
give it. And I'm asking you to give it.
It has something here.
And you know, back then, slow used to be a very popular thing in dance. It's not like now. People used to look forward back then in the parties for slow songs. And that track you used to be playing in
dim
the
lights, dim lights, and
and you're rapping.
It's song make you feel as though you want to go in your Zen moment and just meditate.
Exactly, yes, because to me that song is a passion for me. I play that song very often because I actually see the players in the song, the artists in the song. I see where Popsy come in. That's Clyde Belfont. And anyway, he ends the song and the voice of Rex, and you see all voices with the background behind it. I mean, that song brings a real passion to me.
But let me bring one here. That song, I would have understand it, was based on the reality of a situation without getting it. Could you let us know exactly what inspired that song?
I am not sure, but I understand it was about some guy in Guav that he and Rex were good friends, and he must have turned from one to a vagrant or something like that. I am not sure.
Yes, his name is O'Clara. Actually, I think he was a teacher at one of the schools there. And he was very close to Rex, and Rex told us, on his situation. His mother walked in some shoe shop in Guelph there. And, just the way Rex put out the song, there's a part where he said he walks like an Arab, or something like that in the song. You see, there's this pace of this guy mentally, and spiritually, emotionally, that actually he was going through. And Rex seen the situation and he based it on it. And that's why we are very creative in that magnificent six. It allows you to bring out your creativity. And I applaud Chelsea.
Bexia, I also know that Ms. Ramdani was very instrumental in editing that song for Rex, because in those days she and Rex, they were very close, because Rex used to do the music in schools.
Yeah.
She
remember she used to be passing along in schools.
She was quite instrumental in helping him to edit the song itself.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning, Miss Ramdani, man. And she's still going strong.
Yes,
Ramdani. Yeah, she's still. The last time I saw her was in this Francisca King funeral. She was at that funeral too, so she's still going strong. But somebody is calling. I guess they calling.
Can I take the call?
Would you be able to take the call? You could just bring down the volume or put it on vibrate to anything.
Now, we have a few people that checking in online that saying good morning to your brother Leon Radix. We have Carl Belfont, Michelle, and guess who checked in all the way from Toronto? Your good buddy.
Rona Dean, yeah, she's there.
She doesn't miss a beat, once she gets the notification that we are on, she checks in.
Yeah, Michelle Alexander is there as well. Yeah. So Tanti Gray, have they ever contacted you on a song, maybe might in such a way?
Remix it or something?
Yeah. If it didn't happen then, with that exposure today, they'll be coming after it.
You'll see, because when that same OC, I would have to get in touch with Rex, and we just, all want to go together. And I would like to, I don't want to really leave out any musician once they're alive, you bring them in, you put them in, and because I've been speaking to Rex somewhere abroad, and I couldn't get him to come in, to call us here. Also Fitz, I couldn't get him to come in to call us here. I've been in touch with these guys, and that is a song that is just, where is it, boy? where do we put the song in this world?
In the archives for safekeeping.
Yes, and it has to be resolved. In what all would know that this song has been written by a small country people, group of people that's named Grenada. And Magnificent, this is really from Rose Hill area.
Yeah.
We call Rose Hill Monfendu because the band was deep in Rose Hill and it came down when we married and, go down living in our home there. So we have a Rose Hill Monfendu connection rooted in this village there. And, and we bring that out for St. Patrick's and the Grenada on a whole. And we should really try to show appreciation with the songs that Magnificent Six has done.
Yes. So apart from the era when these two tracks came out, which really, as I say, really put the band in that real spotlight, what are some of the other achievements that you think the band would have achieved that you can highlight during its reign?
During its reign, we actually put out, we had the Black Road stand coming to our band, asking our band to play for them. The Black Road stand people were not really connected to the Magnificent Six. Magnificent Six had the people like Ron, myself, and quite a number of others.
Without cutting you, did it also back up for African Temple when Teller?
Yes, we had African Temple. As a matter of fact, let me just say something right on this air here. We had a jamu tried to get into the Magnificent Six. Magnificent Six was real popular, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
We for different people. We had Teller. We had quite a number of Calypsonians from St. George's coming into fit in, just to be part of the six through the tent, actually. And we had, just name it, Randy Isaac. We have quite a number of people from the Grenville just want to fit into the Magnificent Six. As a matter of fact, Magnificent Six used to play in the Caribs Cinema.
Yeah.
And we had tents going to the Samaritan, wherever the judges will go to judge the artists of the tent. Obviously, Magnificent Six would be there to play for these people.
Yeah,
but we had highlights. We had deep highlights as to the different places in St. George's where you can stop the Baines. Coming back to Grenville now, you can stop Baines Hall. You can stop Pebmotor Old School. You can stop the Lions Den. Whoever we used to have the bowling people, the St. Paul's people just getting us there. We have to get there. Times when we have to turn down hires.
Yeah,
we just had to, and it's regrettable that we so wanted to play, but what can we do? They would hire us long months before, sometimes a whole year before, and we just had it there ready. What can we do? We just want to play for everybody. We can't play for everybody, and it's like they so regret, and they say, why can't you push in tomorrow? And there are times when we used to go like 7 days. I used to take all my vitamins, to be honest with you. And funny, but I still have to go to work, and I still made it somehow.
Still made it.
Yeah, I still made it, and I'm willing to make it further because I have that ability to sing, to continue singing, actually. As a result of that, too, I released 3-4 songs. Christmas is a Time, Celebrate, Melodies of Love. I wrote my song. I only missed the Magnificent Six to play for me. I had to go to a studio to do it. Yeah, they would have played it, but they played it. The studio did it for me.
But we got to let our listeners and viewers know it really funny because Lady Cinti, the first female Calypsonian that captured the National Calypso Monarch title, is the sister of Tante Grace Mitchell to my immediate left here. And also her nephews, Looney Spark and Electrify, who make wonders in capturing the Soca Monarch title, I think is on 3 occasions already. Yeah. So it runs in the family, Tante Grace.
Oh yes, it runs in the family. And let's record here too that that year then when Lady Cinti, Praying Mantis and
African Tenor.
We got first, second and third.
Yeah.
That's coming the 10th, but we playing coming from that scenario there.
That was 1983 to be exact. I follow my calypso. That's my kind of thing. And
yes.
But There was a great track coming out from Seabot too, and I think it was Magnificent 6. August is the time.
August
that
is
was
the time.
a really
That
hit.
is ours. That is ours. That is within us. You know, it's a band thing. And that was August is the time.
Also, that next track about peeping through the Kalalu.
Ay, ay, ay. That is another one again.
Winning the garden, peeping through the Kalalu.
Yes.
Matthew Anselm. Matthew Anselm, the days of Magnificent 6.
Exactly.
But when, at that time, you all were existing up, as you say, in Monfendio, and I remember 7 Degrees, they were a good band as well too. Mm-hmm. Which of the two that went out of existence first? I can't remember. Can you tell?
I want to believe it's 7 Degrees. I just want to believe. Please correct me. We always exist. We always, so we never give up. As a matter of fact, we don't give up. I just need some new instrument to come at Magnificent. Yes, I think so, 7 Degrees. And I used to like that little rivalry with that song, Babylon, tribal war in a Babylon. The 6 up there and the 7 down there, you dare not another word than the 6 up there and the 7 down there. If you just come like a competition and saying the 7 up there and the 6 up there, the guys in St. Davis, in Pep Motor, they run you up there. Just for the rivalry's sake and the Chessie, Kenny, Lansing, the connection with Chessie and Kenny. It was real fun, to be honest with you.
So Tantigras, let me ask you that, because while you were part of the band, right, at the same time you being that family person, having children and everything, yes. How challenging that was for you?
Oh, it wasn't that challenging, because my mother, she lives at the back street there, she always saw that in me, that thing, and even though I got married and the children come in, she allowed me, she would hold her, like Keisha was our first child. She would hold that child for us. She just let us go, because she had liked her son-in-law as well. So with that, she put us quite well. And then you come on and had Antonio, I had Candia, and then Antonio. And it flowed, somehow it flowed. As a matter of fact, let me give you a story about Keisha. Whenever they would call a card in the band, it was right at home, they would say like G-sharp. Her name is Keisha. She said, Mommy, why they call her? Is you that the one saying? So I say, well, no, they're saying G-sharp, that's a chord in the band. She took up a stick, she couldn't eat one day. And she went out in the band and she said, don't call my name. They say, well, what happened? So I had to come back and say, don't bother. She just had the G-sharp and the Keisha. She feels like,
I know why you tell me about Keisha when she died when I see her.
Tell her that G-sharp and Keisha. Yeah. And she had that musical thing in her as well, because she used to actually try to play. But all of the children tried to play. Keisha, Candy, and Antonio. Antonio was trying to do DJ one day, and then having his job and things to do. You just get distracted, and they didn't really hold on to it.
So let me ask Ron here, because back then, having to find yourself at Monfendio to do practicing, the vehicle wasn't all that popular like now. Many times you step on the road, a vehicle will be passing. Back then, it wasn't like that. So getting to Monfendio, was it how easy or how difficult that was for you?
It was not difficult, because at the time Franklin had the car, so he used to pass and pick us up from go and pick up Rex and Popsy and Fitz and Shantimel and come and pick us up. So that was our means of getting to and from rehearsal. Chessie was the manager, and he made sure that transportation was available to us, so rehearsal was no problem.
So, and the thing about it, it's the band was always available. Even if you feel like you want to go and work out something, and you could just turn up.
Yeah, because
it's
after we come out and play, say like we might play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday we will go the instruments. So the rest of the week, because we rehearse maybe sometimes Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Mm-hmm. So once we set up the instruments on a Monday, it's always available. So if you as a band member want to go and rehearse something, you can always go in the band house. Just come, ask for the key by loose and you're going because they're all aware of who the members were, you know. So once a legal member come and want to rehearse, you just go and ask for the key and you go in the band house and rehearse, and it was no problem.
Okay, so Tati Grace, let me ask here. After so much fame and fortunes came the band way, right? What had caused for Noto existence? Because it's such an achievement. And to me, it's really sad that he had to, go into extinct. What really had caused it?
Well, actually, after the revolution, we noticed that we existed for quite a while, but we noticed that the DJs were taking over, and the DJ was like in a boom. And we didn't give up. Actually, the band did not give up, but we had a challenge, to be honest with you, with the DJs. In all your time, we know when we go to to play out there, our band would be like, we have what you call intercession time or thing like that. You'll have the band play, then you have a DJ, then you have the band come back. You go to the DJ based on how long the thing is. So we it was a bit sad that we had to go after Chelsea really got sick too. We went to okay, hold on to that band. Let's get rid of these instruments, and then we'll start getting some new instruments. But seeing that the children are young, actually, the interest was in the business, different area. But we still have the sentiments of just having the band there, having the name there, and carrying on. So we see sad moments, actually, like we have to let go a bit, because too much the DJs really take over, and the genre of music was kind of slightly different. We had physical people there they do jumping here with the bass and keyboard. You have Ron and it, and you see when he stand up and he play that keyboard there, and he go down and he sit down, and you actually see that video. We actually miss that part. He can be, he can come back alive actually. But it's really, I'd say, the phase of the DJs at the time.
But to top that, when I think about it too, a lot of the early musicians left the group and travel.
They migrated, migration.
And that in itself, because it's
excuse me,
the replacement caused some of the problem too, because to get new personnel to on a certain level
to come and fit in and gel,
so.
Yes, as I confirm that in truth, you are so right, because quite a number of them went away too. And I was actually looking at the level we were at. We were at a high level, to be honest with you, because we had that level of like the Bob Marley. We had that rhythm, that thing just going into the veins of
I could have seen the group was like a family.
Bixie, I hope you don't cut my head off. Cecil John, the Simba.
Oh,
Simba was part of the Magnificent Six at one time.
We can't afford to miss Simba. You might Simba will want to kill us for that, man.
I don't want to see Simba the Bongs when I'm passing. Simba, big in your outside. Because Simba was the Bob Marley man in those days.
Exactly.
In those days, Simba was the man singing most of the Bob Marley songs.
Quite a number of people passed through this band. We had Dick Brown, we had
Chris Brown
Chris as well.
Chris Brown too.
We had just anybody their name that I did not call, just forgive me. Just call us now and let us put you in, because so many people passed through, singers, musicians, because people just wanted to be part of Magnificent Six, and there was a current rushing into that Magnificent Six, to play out there, the reggae current. What we have, we played spooch, we played reggae, we played rap, we had rap and all kind of things.
All genre of music.
Was Sion from Samaritan also in your band?
No, he was in Magnificent in
7 degrees.
7 degrees, okay. And then he was in some degree of something.
He and Albert and Sion were the two guys from.
Yeah, I remember
Sion. A few of them passed you too. Sion didn't pass.
Sion, but he didn't last long. He didn't stay long.
Actually, Sion, you couldn't keep up with our current, I'm only kicking on you. If you hear me, yeah.
Yeah, but I remember he was a left-hander man. He was really good on that rhythm guitar.
Just had Joe Yandel. We had quite a lot lovely people. Just it was
but I kind of really see the trend that really took place. So in other words, if I have to make that assessment now, people like Chris Brown, who would have been the main engineer of producing some of the work of the Calypso, really passed through 7 degrees. Some had been fine-tuned there.
Yes.
And then ending up in 7 degrees. So, he was sharpened at Magnificent 6.
Oh, yes.
That's what I realized.
Yes.
It didn't, yeah. Oh, I tell you.
I don't think he was part of 7 degrees, I think he was part of Double D and the Revival.
Oh, Double D.
Double D.
And then he came from UDL. Yeah.
From Double D, they branch up to UDL.
But I gotta check back on that I cannot be quite sure. But I remember 7 degrees, I think Page.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Page was the real...
Smokey, who is the record, Kiki.
We have a call.
Yeah. We have a call? Yeah, let's entertain the call before we... Yeah.
Good morning.
It's good to hear the program on this morning and going back to bands. I mean, St. Patrick was the parish with all the big bands. I'm listening to the lady from Magnificent speaking about the different bands in St. Patrick and went to. And I would like to also recognize that St. Patrick was the home of all the reggae, especially in the 80s, because I don't know if she alluded to the Latijah and the Pierre. We also had Rex Hardy or Pax Hardy and the Elements. Shanti. I know she also mentioned that Scotty and the Dynamos.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you understand? So St. Patrick had all the bands. You understand? Every village had a band. Gary and the Rhythm used to be mashing up Love Boat, which was Clancy Island. In those days, I mean, with Val Adams in the vocal spotlight and the thing. Band too. Thinks with us. That thing and Val Adams. So this is what happened, and most of the in St. Patrick. So I evolved and went to, because you had the guy who used to be the saxophonist for Black Roots Tent, and when he blows that trumpet, you used to think that it's about 10 sax. I mean, that 10 minutes playing that sax, and he couldn't. He was not reading the music, but he was just playing from the desk. So I would think I must put in my 2 cents as a man from St. Patrick's, and I had to be on the program, but I just came out of a meeting just to join the program. So I hope that I don't know if you have any questions for me while I have my 5 minutes.
Oh, thank you very much, caller.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much for taking interest and coming forward. And I'm glad that you made mention of some of the bands in our parish as well. We had bands like Coco Loot, I remember it. We had Gary, just name it. Quite a number of bands. Thank you for your contribution.
Well, folks, it's getting ready to wrap up, but I must say, well, Claire, you promised to get this OC song so that we could end with this OC song, and you gotta drop this track again. I'm telling you. Abakai say he did not hear it in about 35 years. How could you not hear this track in this time, Abakai? That's not good enough, man. Just take this last call, Claire.
I must say that St. Patrick, I remember I talked about evolving. I happened to be in St. Patrick's on Thursday evening, and there's a band. Happened to be speaking to Ron Robinson. I think he used to be a drummer with one of the bands that can't represent Magnificent 6 or one of them. But when I inquired about the Loyalty, and Loyalty really played the royalty, that band is up and coming. And I listened to that band play some of the best hits in the 70s and the 80s. Man, I tell you, Loyalty will take St. Patrick culture, especially reggae and music, to the next level. I must congratulate them into Loyalty was really royalty on Thursday evening. We had a whole courtyard in what we call the courtyard by the St. Patrick Anglican School. Ladies dancing long after the ceremony had over. Congratulations to you, Loyalty.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Back at it happened Thursday.
Yeah, but Boyo and
Oh, I know you had a function there for some retirees. I was supposed to be at that function,
Well,
but I already make it.
You are really following up, Mr. Francis.
Oh.
And got your voice. And I'm glad that you came in.
So,
let's play the track again.
Yeah, play the track and then we'll just wrap it up.
Zephyrin McLeod says, Rewriters from Butch Grove. That was another band.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, almost time for us to end. The Jester is going to come and finish up. But before we do, let's hit it with OC. A new people saying.
But before you do that, you have to remember that the 13th
is it.
So you have to play
Dread in appearance.
Yeah.
Once you hear the voice, when my voice is always there. Looking at the sentiment of the song.
No. So the other, you play the Dread in after?
I'll
play Dread after with this.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
People who are listening,
Together.
we need to...
Together.
Yes.
Let's discover.
Good. Just Bakai was making a point. Yeah. Bakai, what were you saying? Because I don't think the listeners heard you because the music was up.
I was saying that we as a people need to take March 13th more seriously.
Yeah.
Now the anniversary is coming, you hardly hear anything. I mean, why do we take our history so lightly as a people? I don't understand. I would like to see us, what belongs to us, embrace it, pass it on from the generation to generation. It's like March 13th is dying and you're hearing less and less about it, and that is part of.
Well, I am agreeing. I am agreeing with you because I did my bits on it this morning before you all came in the studio. Claire actually deliberating on it, the whole evolution, and I also make mention. I believe we would have regressed in certain instances. When you think about, we used to be making saltfish during the days of the revolution. We used to be making our soap, canned products, and we drinking it ourselves, consuming it, and exporting on the regional market. That thing is not really happening again. So
that's the point.
Yeah. So I was making mention of it about.
Yes, we really need to be serious. Yeah. Look at Jamaica, and and see how much they take the culture, forward. They take everything
forward. If we don't
forward.
start it in the schools, then we're not going anywhere, because that is, I mean, I don't want to subject because I know when I do people get touchy. That is why the Catholics have infantile baptism. Everything starts from the youths. Bishop had the pioneers.
Yeah.
Because it's from the youths that's where everything starts. And if we don't
that's continuity.
Give them the knowledge in the school so that it can be focused, trained that way, then we will not do anything. Or the revolution is part of us, part of our history.
I understand we have a caller online.
And this is the last call because we gotta go. So let's go. Go ahead.
The youth, all the young people had something to do. And you remember all the best songs that came out in terms of reggae sound came out during the revolution. Let's think about Innocent Blood, Flying Turkey and others, and Scratch. We talk about, there's a group from Carriacou, YTT.
Yeah.
Yesterday from Cry the Poor.
Yeah.
And that is a boss reggae song. And check them songs, and then they're saying Jamaica is a home of reggae. In the 1980s, boy, you cannot beat them groups for playing reggae anymore. So YTT from Carriacou, 1988, Cry the Poor. I think you have in your record library. Have a good one.
All right.
Okay,
thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Claire, so let's deal with that now.
Together, let's discover the hearts and souls of all the down-pressed brothers in a land of pain and sorrow. Through your eyes, let's see you another OC.
Quiet all day, talk to nobody. That's OC. Car, dressed like an Arab, in Trench Town, and I
sits all day dreaming music, getting so confused, but he smiles, burning on pictures of his loved ones, painting stupid things but sightless eyes. Oh, see, where are you going? Oh, please wait for me. Feel free.
Stoning the priest, eating wild grasses, that's O.C. Taking a pull like the rastas, he's a teacher,
and his papa knows damn well he's a genius, with weird better toads and mysticals. His mama, how she cries in the shoe shop, praying that with time he'll be her boss. Oh, see, where are you going? Oh, please wait for me. Feel free.
That's the music of the Magnificent Six. That's the music of the Magnificent Six. Yeah.
could say, seeing no doctor, that's so sad. Living straight, life would be better. Oh, brother.
Of the million brothers here around us, living, hoping, loving how we thirst, striving in a land that holds no future, reaching for the stars that are so far. Oh, see, where are you going? Oh, please wait for me. Feel free.
Hear that guitar.
Oh, see, what are you doing? Oh, please wait for me. Feel free.
Yes.
Hey, Ossie, just a minute, will you? Got something I want to tell you, man. It's something I told your mama. You know, there's a lot of talk of that you're some guy, yeah, and people's answer. But I was listening to a few guys talking to me back, and one brother said, see this nigga Ossie, ain't he cool? Another said, crazy cool, got to be cool, man. But here's this cat that just up and says, you mean cool fool, don't you? Black on the cover, but all yellow inside. Ossie, just who are you, man? Are you West Indian, Mexican, African, American? Ossie, Marcy.
Great. Class is class. This is class. Class
Yeah,
is
you gotta do it.
really, that is on the very top
yes,
jar. Trust me. And that person, like, clever, right? Over St. Patrick's birthday. Some best bands in Spice back then. Where can I get some pics? So my question here, Auntie Grace, Are these songs? Are they available on YouTube?
They are available.
They're there?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So I just wanted to know. But you know something, when your children and your grandchildren, refer back to this track, they would say, my mother was really good. Because you really hearing your voice doing that back. Oh my good.
Holding me this morning, don't want me to show the world that I have it. I got it. We're gonna be back here. We're gonna be back.
Let me take the journey up here.
They did not call us crunk. We bad like that up here. We bad. From your mother's group everybody has Stu St. Patrick's.
Exactly.
And they did not go through Miss Shirley Robinson come out with a voice that they can sing with. Then something was wrong with everybody.
Yeah. So that I'm dreading up here. That's a Buckeye baby of the two.
No, I won't say it's my baby, but you see, I guess people would relate with every year.
Yeah.
Yes.
The anniversary revolution.
It's most significant to the time in our history.
Exactly.
It's coming up, and we got to G.O.
Yeah. Track 1.
Yeah, track 1, yeah. Isn't it coming out?
I haven't seen anything.
Yes. Yeah, we all traveled to Barbados to do that song.
Long live Grenada Dread! Long live Revolution!
Praises unto the Most
Long live PRS! Oh yeah! Natty can come tell you I say. Oh yeah! A long time I see Natty Dread so happy. A long time never seen Natty Dread so gay. Babylon fall, Natty dreadlocks are free up a country. One a man gone, Natty dread in a PRA. Natty flying high, so high. Natty flying high. Jump up, join Natty high, high. Natty dreadlocks jump up and say, you're Rastafari. Oh yeah, I tell you it's a long time never seen Natty dread so happy.
Stop the reggae
No way, it's a long time never seen Natty dreadlocks so gay. We tell you the Babylon fall, Natty dreadlocks country. One a man gone, Natty dread in a PRA. Babylon a burn, Babylon a burn. Fire me, I say him a run. The ballet man a run, but him not get away. No way, dreadlocks say. Dreadlocks a conquer. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dread, I tell you it's a long time never seen dread so happy. No way, a long time never seen. Why? Because people used to press Natty down in a country. Yeah, but Natty up with the gun and the dread in a PRA. So children are rejoice, rejoice. Children are rejoice. See the light that comes, they rejoice, rejoice. Rastaman rejoice, that today is the hour of your freedom. German say freedom, oh yeah. Rasta a long time never seen Natty dread so happy.